It's about peace. When destiny finally aligns, he said gently, I told you. She nodded slowly. All around them, world faded, only hearts beating. He took hand, held firmly, with love. She whispered softly, you did everything. He smiled deeply. It's about devotion, beyond years, beyond struggle. One man proved love eternal through action. One plan worked through patience and pain. They walked together under stars like dream reborn, past forgotten, future glowing, present sacred. It's about trust and time and truth. He said softly, all I wanted was you. She replied gently, all I needed was faith. They stood still under moonlight, hands entwined, one man's journey completed perfectly, one plan fulfilled. It's about love winning quietly over everything. No fame mattered, no world mattered, only hearts united. He closed eyes, whispered prayer of gratitude. She closed eyes, whispered peace of forgiveness. It's about life. When purpose is love, one man dreamed, one plan succeeded. All about you. He woke early to soft sunlight filtering through curtains. He thought quietly about her and future together. One man's vision never faltered, never paused. One plan persistent through storms, through silent nights. He remembered mornings. She laughed, and everything mattered. She remembered evenings. He smiled, and heart fluttered. Time moved slowly. But purpose kept him strong. Every decision carefully made with her happiness in mind. He walked gardens, counted flowers, imagining her smile. She walked rivers, saw reflection, and felt his presence. It's about patience, unseen work, quiet dedication. One man building without applause, without recognition. One plan growing like seeds in fertile soil. He studied paths he could take and chose wisely. She traveled far, never realizing he always followed. He wrote letters in invisible ink, prayers for her. She whispered wind, carried softly toward his heart. It's about timing and faith and silent hope. He made sacrifices, never complaining, never wavering. She enjoyed freedom, unaware fully of his devotion. Every sunrise witness to silent work and endless preparation. Every moonlight shadow carried whispers of love eternal. He built career not for him, but for her. She built dreams, not knowing he was foundation. It's about consistency, not shortcuts, not fame. One man knowing true success is happiness shared, one plan thriving, without recognition, without applause. He met challenges, stormy days, and darker nights. She faced challenges, bright smiles, masking inner worry. He never faltered. She never noticed, but universe watched. Because dedication quietly shapes reality, shapes destiny. He remembered vows spoken silently under quiet stars. She remembered promises unspoken still. In heart, it's about faith when love guides every action. He built slowly, brick by brick, life prepared. She laughed freely, never realizing her joy depended on one man and one plan, focused entirely. He slept little, worked endlessly, dreaming constantly. She slept peacefully, smiled freely, living unknowingly. It's about devotion without condition, without request. Every evening long, he counted stars, each one for her. Every morning bright, he whispered prayers for protection. Time tested courage, tested patience, tested dedication. He never failed because failure was not option. She never questioned because she trusted quietly. It's about effort that lasts beyond recognition. One man standing alone sometimes, strong always. One plan enduring through trials, through silence. He thought often how she deserved better. She deserved everything he could give and more. He sacrificed comfort, time, energy, all for future. She smiled, unaware, but benefited from his work. It's about love without ego, without personal gain. He saved money, planned journeys to bring happiness. She lived freely, never asking, never burdened. Every obstacle faced became lesson, every mistake corrected. He never gave up because he believed endlessly. She never knew how deeply her presence motivated. It's about patience and persistence and courage. He wrote plans on paper, but heart guided. She wrote poetry, dreams, dancing, never realizing source. He prayed silently for safety, for love. She whispered thanks to wind for protection, every dawn witness, to work, every dusk blessing. It's about timing and destiny and trust. He met mentors, learned wisdom for her sake. She met friends, lived life. Without realizing support, he built house, strong foundation with her comfort. She decorated rooms with joy, never knowing origin. It's about giving without showing, without expectation. One man silent, but moving toward destiny. One plan thriving. Through action, through dedication, he faced failure, faced ridicule, faced doubt. She faced moments of worry, never realizing cause. It's about endurance, quiet patience, silent strength. He remembered nights he cried, alone for hope. She remembered nights she slept peacefully, unaware. He built slowly every brick with her happiness. One man, one plan, all about you. He was certain about one thing and one soul. He had dreams, not for fame, but for love. It started quietly, with your smile and his heartbeat. He built life around your name and gentle voice. One man standing against destiny's wind, holding his hope, one plan only, to reach you no matter what. It's about dedication, not chance, not luck. He woke daily with same thought. Make her proud. She didn't know how deeply he planned everything. Every choice made, every word spoken was about her. He was dreamer, but disciplined too. A rare combination. He didn't chase riches or crowds. He chased purpose, because purpose meant being near the one he loved. It's about faith that never bends, never gives up. He walked streets with quiet strength and soft eyes. People laughed sometimes, but he smiled, kept believing silently. One man waiting for right moment to prove everything. One plan whispering inside his heart. Day and night he wrote goals on paper corners beside your name. He worked harder than anyone imagined, without complaints. It's about love that motivates without demanding anything. He faced storms, cold nights, and silent mornings. She was unaware of his struggle and his prayers. Every victory, small, was dedicated to her name. Every failure, too, was lesson for her dream. He built slowly, from nothing, with hope burning. It's about time and patience and heart. One man standing under stars, asking universe, let me make her life beautiful someday. That he didn't rest until work was complete. She didn't notice, but destiny did, and smiled quietly, because love, pure, always gets heaven's attention. He kept faith through loneliness, through silence. He trusted process, trusted timing, trusted God. It's about purpose. When love meets belief, one man determined with single vision, single direction. He never turned to shortcuts, never gave up. He learned pain was part of greatness. He learned patience was strength, not weakness. She was reason behind everything. He became every morning sunrise. He whispered softly, all for you. Every nightfall, shadow. He prayed gently, keep her safe. It's about loyalty, unbroken, deep, unseen by world. He wasn't perfect, but his love was pure. One plan simple, make her proud, make her smile. He faced failures, but kept trying. For her memory, he built empire of faith and devotion. People called him fool sometimes, but he smiled, because only fools believe deeply and win silently. It's about heart, not logic, not reason. He created everything around her idea, her reflection. She inspired dreams. He turned real with effort. One man's world centered softly around her name. He remembered promise to never stop loving her. He remembered moment she smiled and world changed. It's about fate and persistence. and truth. He built business, career, future with quiet consistency, but every success felt incomplete without her presence. He sent prayers instead of letters to her soul. One man loved without conditions, without expectations. One plan stood strong forever. Through all pain, he forgave everything: time, distance, even silence. He believed someday she'd understand his purpose. It's about destiny that waits for right time. He became wiser, but still gentle, still faithful. She lived life, but felt his energy near. Every sunrise whisper carried his name through wind. Every full moon glowed softly like his heart. It's about connection, beyond sight, beyond distance. He never moved to another heart, never replaced her. He simply waited and built stronger foundation. One man knowing his path was already written, one plan proving that love creates miracles. He prayed nightly, let her know I never left. She dreamed often of him without reason. He was focus, she was destination of every journey. It's about courage to love without fear. He looked sky, counted stars, each one wish. She looked moon and felt his presence deeply. He didn't chase temporary happiness. He built eternity. He didn't hide feelings ever. He expressed silently. One man alone, but never lonely, because love filled. One plan, eternal, never fading, always shining. He stood proud. In storm, with quiet faith, he whispered softly, I'll make it for you. She cried silently, reading his words. Years later, it's about promise. That time couldn't erase. She realized truth behind his patience and his silence. He had sacrificed everything gently for her happiness. She whispered softly, I see now. Tears fell. He smiled somewhere, knowing she finally understood. It's about timing. When truth reveals itself, one man waiting not for reward, but recognition. One plan successful, not for gain, but for love. He stood calmly in evening light, eyes peaceful. She walked quietly towards him, heart trembling. They met softly, no words, only smiles.